And as with everything I'm going to say or do, you are invited to join me. And if it is not what you're feeling, that is really great that you know that. And please do what you would like to do to take care of yourself. So, incense cooking. So, offering hearts and minds to all of the teachers, present, past, and future, all the saints and sages, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all of the carriers and stewards of wisdom traditions that are trying to help us become more loving, free, connected, wise beings. And with a lot of gratitude for all of those who've carried it over generations, particularly if they have faced religious persecution, oppression, any difficulties. Deep gratitude that we get to be here now and be the recipient of all of this teaching and goodness. Also offering this to the earth. Thank you, Earth, so much for stewarding us and taking care of us and giving us the great teaching that we are not separate from you and that we are as lovable and worthy as any rock or flower or tree or river. Also offering this to the community, this beautiful community of Dharma homies and our teachers who have started this and have been keeping it going, and of all of our Sangha members who have been participating because we wouldn't be here without them, and extending gratitude to our other communities, um, all of those who are rooting us on, who are inspiring us, who are reminding us that we are not alone. Also offering this gratitude and appreciation to our families, chosen, blood, spirit. Thank you. Thank you for giving us life. Thank you for seeing us. Also offering this to our heart and our mind and our bodies that help us be here, help us practice, give us information, that guide us, even sometimes when it's difficult, when they tell us things that are hard to hear. And also offering it to our past, present, and future selves. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's not always easy. Thank you for giving the experiences that we need to wake up, to grow, and to learn. And then checking in if there's any other beings, any other creatures, any other spirits in your heart you'd like to offer some gratitude to. Also wanting to, I feel inspired to offer some gratitude to the great mystery, all that I don't know and don't understand. May I continue to be a humble student of life. Perhaps in this place of gratitude, you might check in if there's any intention you might want to offer yourself for this practice. You've already shared why you're here. You were able to check in. Perhaps there's some intention of kindness, of caring you'd like to offer yourself. And so if you haven't already, I invite you to check in with your body and see if there's any movement you need to do. If you haven't had a chance to check in with your body today, maybe like, hey buddy, how you doing? Do you need a rub? Do you need a hug? Do you need to lay down? Do you need a stretch? And this can be all of our practice. What a great practice, just listening to our body. And we can do this at any time. Also inviting you to check in with your body. Do you want to be on camera? Does your body want to be on camera? Maybe yes, maybe no. Taking some time, taking it slow. And if you notice anything that feels pleasant or neutral as you're maybe adjusting or settling or moving, you can highlight that with your attention. And maybe the body wants to make a little sound, wants to breathe in a certain way. And so, again, everything I'm offering is an invitation. Feel free to join me. Feel free to do what you feel called to. Say the name of the game could be trying to find some balance, right? So if we find ourselves getting a little bit one-sided, maybe a little too loose, a little too tight, just remember we can always take care of ourselves. We can always adjust. And how great to be able to respond. If you haven't already and you feel inclined, I invite you to bring your attention to the experience of seeing. If your eyes are closed and you want to open your eyes, you're welcome to. You can keep them closed. Noticing the experience of seeing with eyes closed is quite cool. But I invite you to, if your eyes are open, look around the room, noticing shape, color, texture. And seeing if there's anything that your gaze would like to rest on. I'm a real fan of this healing through beauty. So if there's anything beautiful, anything that lights you up, feeling free to rest your attention and take that in. This can also be the entirety of our practice together. That is also a resource available at any time. You're feeling free to practice mindfulness of seeing, or if you like, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze, choosing whatever would help you connect with yourself, whatever would offer the most ease in this moment. So to continue visiting our anchors, which will help us settle, inviting you to connect to the experience of listening. Sounds far away, sounds up close, sounds in your body. And if it helps bring in some ease, reminding yourself that you don't have to make sounds appear or disappear, they do it all on their own. Hearing is already happening, there's nothing you need to do. In each moment, sound is new. And so feel free to stay with sound, or we can continue visiting and checking in with some of our anchors, checking in with the breath. Seeing if there's any breath you could offer yourself to invite some ease and spaciousness. Is there any breath that might be pleasant for the body in this moment? Feeling free to sigh to make the breath audible. And then anytime you can offer yourself these deliberate, intentional breaths, inviting some spaciousness on the inhale, letting be on the exhale. And deliberate breathing or just letting the breath be natural can be a lovely practice for today. And to finish our tour of anchors that invite us to settle, inviting you to connect with touch points, with wherever your body is being supported. Your earth on top of this larger earth, earth touching you, you touching the earth back. And an invitation on your exhale to invite some release and softening down into the earth if that feels good. And so we have visited movement, sight, sound, breath, touch points. And any of these are a great resource if you ever feel like things are too much. And any of these are wonderful to practice with and have them be your anchor. So if you haven't already chose, inviting you to pick one that feels like a neutral or comfy landing place. And the mind may be active, may want to think. It's just what the mind does. If it seems particularly sticky, maybe there's an emotion that's trying to make itself be known. And if you have the interest and capacity, you can attend to it in the body. If not, that's okay. It'll come back another day. And also, if the mind feels particularly active, maybe there's some thinking that it's asking you to do, and you can just say, hey, friend, I'm going to think later. I'll meet you maybe in an hour, 2 hours, and think about stuff. But for now, I'm here to be. And so I'm going to be quiet. I'll chime in occasionally, just with some friendly reminders. But I will leave you to your practice. And even if we are silent, we are still together. Remembering we don't have to make anything happen. There's nothing we have to produce. This is not a test. You're already here. Experience is already happening. And there's nothing in your experience outside of nature. Checking in on how you're doing in there. The mind is feeling tight. The body is feeling tight. Is there something you could offer yourself? A movement, a breath, kind word. It's feeling a little too loose. Perhaps reconnecting with your intention, or connecting with the noting practice where you offer a very light label to the experience that you're attending to. Remembering that the earth is here, holding you, rooting you on. Grateful for the wholesome intention of presence, of being honest with our experience in all its dimensions. If you notice strong emotions coming up, these emissaries from the depths, personal depths, collective depths, and you're up for hanging with them, that's great. And if you're actually not up for it, that's great. You do not have to entertain all visitors. You can redirect your attention, look around the room. If you haven't, you can take a breath, a stretch. Beautiful practice of honoring where you are in this moment. Experience is happening all on its own, appearing and disappearing all on its own. So maybe you don't need to work so hard. Maybe you can just be a bump on a log, letting the river of experience flow by. And as we begin to slowly transition out of this practice, stillness and silence, Checking in with the breath, any breath you could offer yourself to help navigate this transition. Perhaps a fuller inhale, breathing down into your belly. Perhaps an exhale where you really get all the air out. Checking in with the body, letting the body know soon we will be listening and sharing, interacting. Body, what would be nice for you? A rub, a stretch, maybe a sinking more deeper into stillness and this contact with the earth. And then inviting to check in with your heart. Is there a kind word you can offer yourself, however this practice was, however life is? This practice is simple but not easy, not easy to be honest. And sometimes it's quite joyful and beautiful. Maybe it's all those things. And so to close out our practice, I'll offer a dedication of merit. Feel free to join with me or do your own offering. May the goodness of our practice, may our wholesome efforts and deeds be for the benefit of all beings, particularly offering this merit to all those who are suffering from violence and oppression, who are suffering from illness, who are suffering from heartbreak, sadness, despair, anger, and offering it in particular to those who are suffering from racism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, ageism, sexism, classism, religious persecution, and all of those intersecting oppressions, marginalizations. Also offering this practice with the hope that it can help those whose hearts are hardened by hatred and greed and delusion, that there may be cracks in it. Offering our merit to the earth, to all beings in all times and all spaces. May all beings be safe, be happy, be healthy, and live with ease. And may all beings be loved and know their worth and love others and know the worth of all things. And then feel free to close your practice with a bow or a breath or whatever feels right for you in this moment.
That's what's up right there.